Okay.
From the mountain tops to the prairies wide, we carved our dreams where the wild winds ride. With pick and shovel we staked our claim. Through fire and rain we bore no shame. The red dirt stained our boots and skin, but it built the place we all live in. Oh, Red Dirt Nation, rise and stand from the treasures deep in the soil's hand. A family of brothers, hand in hand. This is our home. This is our land. The river sang as we toiled away. Their whispers kept the fears at bay. Fields of gold from the seeds we sowed, a testament to the lives we owed. Though the wind may howl, the earth may quake, but roots run deep with every stake. The blood, the sweat, the laughter too. This red dirt binds me and you. Oh, Red Dirt Nation, rise and stand.
You
From the
bet it on
treasures
my
deep in the soil's hand.
papa.
A family of brothers, hand in hand. This is our home. This is our land.
Okay, there we go.
Hey, everybody out there in YouTube Nation. Welcome to Red Dirt Nation. I am Prospecting 406. Above me, we've got Reg Lab. Up in the
Good
corner,
evening.
we've got Carl Madley. And then our special guest for the evening, Steve Riedel. Thanks for coming, Steve.
Evening, everyone.
Good to have you, Steve.
Yeah, nice being here.
Pleasure having you again. I know it's only been 6 months, but it feels like it's been a lot longer than that with the way the year has gone.
Oh, yeah.
So, last time we left off, we had all kinds of fun discussions. Oh boy, some of the cool behind the scenes stuff you told us was incredible.
Oh,
I
don't remember.
You don't remember? Well, even if we hear some old stuff, I don't care. It was all so funny.
no, that's a good thing. See, you see, if you have a lousy memory, you just got to try and tell the truth all the time, so it doesn't matter, you know. But
That's right. Can't lie if you're telling the
you can't really. So
So what have
Nice
you
to be
been up
back.
to this year? I guess, last year we know you were working on that business development. So what have you been doing this year?
yeah. So it's April. It was April. It was early spring, and well, I divided my time between Anchorage. I'm still working on the project. The latest thing was I wrote a letter about the project. It includes air cargo pilots because Anchorage is probably 40% increase in air traffic, air cargo traffic in the next 5 years. So I wrote this letter, and I actually got it into the hands of some 747 captains. And they were excited. They were thinking my idea was good. So I made progress there. I flew my airplane a bunch. Haven't flown it lately. Something happened to my shoulder. Got a new shoulder injury that I'm nursing, and that's the summer.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
Well, I built some tables and I built a bed with Emily's husband. Some projects.
All right.
Yeah, not much going on. No gold mining. No gold mining. That's the thing.
No
I left
gold
it to
mining, huh?
I left it to those guys, Alex and Emily.
I was actually going to ask you if you went up. I haven't watched any of the newer Bering Sea Golds. I've been
Oh
swamped. So I was going to ask if you'd made it up there.
no,
Bummer.
I really wanted to, but I just got sucked into this project, and then here I put in 800 square feet of garden in a lot of virgin soil too, and I had a little 5 horsepower rototiller, and I have a four-wheeler. So it was brutal. It was a couple of weeks of work, and it put a lot of effort into it. I'm very proud of it. It's covered in black right now, black plastic, and it's going to be garden soon next summer.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Heck
Well,
yeah.
You mentioned the four-wheeler. I remember a picture earlier this summer of a four-wheeler in a not so great position.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, which time now? The one this summer, it got caught in the ditch that's south of me, just right to the south of my property. It's along and it's about a 2.5 foot ditch, and I misjudged it. I was working up there with it, and I got sucked in. I had to lift the thing out with a tree, in a tree. I attached the thing to a tree, and
nobody got hurt.
no, I know. But I also out on the main road here. I put it upside down there one time. The earlier model, the Polaris. I put that thing upside down there. That ditch just sucked me in. I'm not safe in a four-wheeler. No, that thing's great though. I love it. It's a plow. It's my plow. So it's golden.
They're made for having fun. They're not made for sitting around and being safe.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. A little, I love this confession because it's not often a person can say that he was DUI and then, but it'd be safe, because really DUI, I'm told I don't do it. I'm not a drinker really. But in the first season of Bering Sea Gold, the first winter season, remember when we all went out there and the storm was coming in? It was getting the ice was breaking up, so it was like 11 o'clock, and we all went out there and we pulled the dredge into shore. Remember that? I don't know. Well, that's what happened, and that was they filmed it and then everything, and John and I had had a drink, John Bunce. And he gave me this drink, and it was 4 drinks. It was 4 things of alcohol, and I'm a 2 guy all my life, 2. That's it, right? So I'm drinking this, and it's the New England iced tea, right? You know what those are?
Yeah.
Yeah. That ruined my wedding.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It was the only time I've been DUI because right after I finished that drink, I was going, "What the heck, John?" And he said, that had 4 drinks in it. And we got the phone call from Discovery. You need to go out to the dredge on ice. You need to go now. So I jumped on my wheeler. I was friggin' flying. I mean, in my head, I didn't crash or anything, go fast. I'm not a fast driver really, but it was DUI. And then when we arrived, John was totally lit up and he crashed onto the beach. I don't know if that got on film.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, well, we had that cover in case the weather got bad for the sluice box. It was 16 by 8 on skis, and John towed it onto the shore like 30 miles an hour and kind of
exploded it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. That was my kitchen when I was up the hill from Dredge 6, and with the yurts and everything. That was my kitchen. That thing it had visqueen on it, reinforced visqueen, and I put ends on it. And it was awesome kitchen for 2 years. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Well,
it was.
Seems like the tradition and the spirit up there. You know, you build what you can with what you can and make it last as long as you can.
Well, after he crashed, well, Zeke didn't want it anymore. He just gave it to me. So that's what happens, though. The miners trade things, and
Yeah.
favors.
Oh, I mean, it looks like there's a lot of different little junkyards up there, so you might as well.
Oh man,
It's not always just your junk.
There's a 5-acre junkyard there that would spin your head. This guy's been collecting now for 6-8 years, and he has stuff I recognize. I know that dredge, that piece of junk. Yeah, and but it's super. He's got the old Emily's old dredge before her pontoons. He's got those. Yeah,
Her first dredge.
Yeah. Her first iteration of that thing when they made new pontoons for it, way better pontoons, because those were old when she got them. Those had been on a dredge and leaking for 10 years before she got them.
Wow.
A much bigger dredge. Yeah.
So they were really just reusing stuff for decades up there.
Yeah. Well, with aluminum, it's real tricky to weld aluminum where there's no holes in it. And people get in a hurry and they don't follow the rules. And you got a lot of bozos up there that think they're welders, and they're not. They're miners that know how to weld. No, look, you gotta love the professionals, I mean, I can weld too, and I've done a lot of it. I own a welder and taken classes, but I'm a welder butcher 3rd class, really.
Yeah.
I'm humble. It's just, it's hard to make an aluminum pontoon that doesn't leak. Get an expert.
I believe it. I've seen people mess up welds on aluminum, so I don't doubt that one bit.
I'm still practicing on aluminum, and they're not pretty.
Well, there's a lot of new machines out too. The technology's tripling. Oh man, welding technology. Do you follow it at all? I get some feeds and
the inverter technology now, and how small these little suitcase welders are getting.
Yeah, there's this big.
Yeah.
Jeez. And then they got the lasers that take rust off. Yep. Wow, I want one of those. Those are 4,000.
They're making a tip for the plasma cutter that I just bought, the upgraded version of it. They make a tip for that for spraying rust off. And my machine won't do that. I was so.
Well, you know why the Pristine Rose got grounded or docked by the Coast Guard, right? Did that make any TV or anything? Or when
I don't know.
The Coast Guard wouldn't let them take it out.
Really?
Yeah, 2 years. 2 years ago. I haven't seen it out, and the word I got was the hull was so rusted because the Pomeranke's never maintained it. And this comes to mind because if they'd had one of those machines, they ought to have been just like 3 or 4 of them. They'd done it in a day.
Yeah.
But and then so I think overhauling the hull and everything is quite expensive, but I don't know. I don't talk to Sean, but I just hear things.
Yeah. So. Well, being in the loop's just as good sometimes because people will tell you the truth without having to worry about,
Yeah. Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, short bus riders made it.
Short bus.
So, Brian
Stacy.
What a name, huh?
Brian is in chat, and Brian is saying it hasn't been out for a few years now.
Yeah.
All right, let's get Stacy on here. Let's make Steve the bigger picture here.
I'll let you guys push those buttons.
Red is probably best with that one.
Yeah. Well, you got it first try. Nope, that's me.
Right.
Hold on.
There you are.
The other left. There we go.
Red is the master moderator. There we go.
Hey guys. Brian's
All
on.
right.
I don't see
Thanks.
Brian, but hi, Brian.
Welcome, Stacy.
Brian's
Yeah,
in
he's just
chat.
in chat.
Oh, he's in chat. Oh, okay, right.
We tried to bring him up, but he said his internet's not so hot. So I
Yeah, yeah. No, we're fine. Yeah, cool. Brian's up here. Hey, Brian.
Yeah, and he said you were
Hold on,
right.
Brian.
Christine Rose hasn't been out for a few years.
Yeah, I think it's because the Coast Guard and the Rusty Hull. And then what's the other name of that other boat?
Myrtle or something.
Yeah, the
Myrtle
Myrtle something.
Irene or something.
Yeah. Now I heard that hasn't been out for a while for the same reason. Now, what's up with that, Brian? Do you know? What have you heard?
Oh,
We'll interview Brian.
Yeah.
might as well. Why not? We got him here. He was just up there.
Well,
Yeah.
we're talking about dredges. Emily was giving us a lot of great footage at the beginning of the year, and it's been a couple months since she put a video out. But how's her
Right.
season going? Without giving too many spoilers, but
I'll let her spoil for herself. I haven't seen much of her this summer. She's got a 3-year-old who I gave her second ice skating lesson to today.
nice.
Nice.
Yeah, second one ever, Evie, and then she's got Arthur, who's a young toddler, early toddler. So that has been her focus. And Alex has done so well as a minor. First of all, he found the gold as a diver, which is okay. That's 1 in 10, and then he can dive and do all that well. And then he's a good manager. So it's easy for her to just, like, that was awfully hard, but I already did that. I'm going to be a mother kind of thing. And I dig it. She's doing the mom thing. So
Well,
That's good.
saying
Yeah.
about Vernon all of
Yeah,
a sudden
no.
finding a good crew. It sounds like she's got a good crew too. So
Jiminy. Some of those guys go like they're real welders, they're real mechanics. And they're like dedicated.
and they built her a real boat.
Good.
That thing is nice.
Right. Oh yeah, Dan Rainwater. Just a real welder again, and also he can design boats, and he knows the whole thing. He grew up in that kind of thing,
No, that's great. I mean, having good hands is probably the most important thing you can have, no matter what trade you're
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like even me right now, we're struggling just to find a decent laborer that can grind concrete flat. So
No, no wonder.
What's the per diem?
What's
yeah.
I got
oh,
a question for you. The
Yeah.
Oshkosh show. You said you were going, and I was like, man, that's my chance to come and hang out. And then I
Right.
ended up going to Montana to hang out with these guys, so I
uh-huh.
didn't make it to the Oshkosh. But it looked like you're having a pretty good time there.
Well, if I were a speaker, I would have been frapping because it was too much. It was. It was, just the heat, because I hadn't been out, it's all winter, and it was 90 and 80 a lot. So, but then the change in technologies in aircraft, experimental aircraft, and the change in law. Wow, it just everything. The people, 700,000 people. So, but I'm going next year too. I'll be much better at it.
So
I got.
what is this thing you went to? I'm not familiar.
Oh, okay. It's the gathering every year, and for the last 50 or so, it hits records every year now. 700,000, like I said. It's an Experimental Aircraft Association, and it started with this very charismatic fellow who had apparently didn't have a dark side like most really charismatic people, but he got all these experimental guys and airplanes and made this organization in the 50s, and now it's just there were 3 hangars devoted only to children, ages like whatever, 12 to 17, that would let you rivet it would let you deal with fiberglass. I think they were given helicopter rides to them or something, but it was like they're very dedicated to kids. There were tons of kids there, and that was it blew me away. Just seeing the devotion to kids and education, and then you have seminars and am I going on too long? Does this too many details?
No, you're good.
Oh, no. Keep going.
No,
I mean, it's cool to hear.
Well, it was like a very intense week, just super filled with all this information. Like there's a whole, I have an interest in World War II airplanes, kind of. I mean, I have my own genre of airplanes, experimental, an airplane that I want, my dream airplane, but also like seeing those P-51s there are about 30 of them, and also carrier airplanes and P-38, they're very rare. There was an ME-262, which was the first operational jet fighter, came out near the end of the war, or actually came out in 38, but they had so many political problems with it. Anyway, there was one of those there. It's a very rare bird. But like if there was one moment, like right in the whole week, the pinnacle was when I talked to this fellow who has computer and all the machinery to make a part. Just you design it. Let's say it's a bulkhead, right? You design the bulkhead and you push a button and a part comes out.
Wow.
Wow.
That's like, whoa. Yeah, like, whoa. That because the machine makes it. And so you think about your experimental airplanes now, that there's the 50% rule, and they've been riling against that. You got to make half the airplane minimum for years, because it's like, well, there's a lot of the airplane that you'll never ever deal with ever. You're never going to work on it, right? Because like the wing, okay, there's certain things that, okay, so get the wing made in a factory, and then you add everything that you might work on it, the ailerons and the flaps, and so now airplanes, it's going to be like the 80% rule, where you just glue your airplane together. You get it in a big box. That's just incredible.
Wow.
I think. Anyway.
I know I'm about 3 hours or so by car from Oshkosh. In the week before and after, the skies are just filled with airplanes nonstop flying in and out of it. I know they come from all over, and
that itself that event. Of course, it's the most populous airport in the world by 10 times.
Wow.
And they've got something I learned. Okay, they got a big ass tower, looks like an international airport tower, but they've got 6 or 7 satellite air traffic controllers that are way out, like miles out there, and they're all in orchestra. It is just amazing. Yeah. And if you blow it, they got an alternate strip already worked out for you. You go there, there's not much traffic. You got to go. But if you screw up or anything, if you bobble much, boom, you're gone. Get out of here. Too much traffic. They're landing 3-4 airplanes at a time sometimes. People will come in like that.
Jeez.
It's an amazing event. Just in the energy,
Sounds like it.
That's super neat, though.
Airplane nuts.
Air shows when I used to live next to an Air Force base, they were so cool.
Yeah.
But as is life, right?
Yeah, there's so much cool things in life. I mean, I'm not prejudiced towards cool boats or cool trains, or I like airplanes because in Alaska, I mean, my dream was to have one to be able to go around. It's an incredible place to see. I'm learning, actually, this summer I learned of a place on the Alaska Peninsula from a fellow pilot, my mechanic. And he described it to me and showed it to me on a map. It's an ancient cauldron, and it has a hot springs in it. Big cauldron about 10 miles in diameter, and it has a hot springs in it, and it has an airport in it, or airstrip. I'd never heard in my entire life. Yeah, and I'm like, and he said, "Yeah, go there. It's great." It's just like I never even heard of it. Here it is. I learned this thing. Yeah, Alaska's a great place to have an airplane. You know.
Oh yeah, just got back 10 days ago. Ooh. So it just finished mining up there, huh?
Oh wow.
Who? Oh, Brian.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if what's awfully small print. Oh, I got back from went through the box of mail, and I found pay dirt bag from you guys. Well, how much gold did you get? Come on, fess up. Come on, don't lie.
One of these, maybe, Brian? What? Who sent you the pay?
Yeah.
Pay dirt when you're working for Byrne. Come on.
Right.
He's got great leases. You know, if you can't get gold on Bird's boat, I mean,
we saw those cleanups you were showing off on Facebook.
Yeah,
Don't you lie to us.
yeah.
Oh man, speaking of good cleanups, do you have any cool behind the scenes like stories about things that happened during cleanups? Like accidents, gold spillage, anything like that?
Well, I had a gold spillage during a cleanup. The first one with the Kellys. I had the gold on the wheeler in the front on the wheeler, and I turned around and I forgot it. I just kind of like got a little too fast, and it all just went right in. Well, yeah, we got it all.
Oh, good. Okay. Whew.
But I think they got it on film because as I was doing that, Chris told the producer. I don't remember. I know I can picture. I don't remember his name. Anyway, he goes, "Hey," to the producer. Producer swings around, and I think they got it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But what they didn't get. I tell you what they didn't get was okay. So we went down to took the sluice, the tiny sluice down to the Dredge 6, so we could have water, and we had a pump there. And Andy had a little baby snuffer for baby nose, right? You ever seen those things?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had one in his pocket, and whenever I would turn away, he would grab some gold.
Oh.
And I caught him doing it, and I thought, okay, it's 3 against 1, and I don't have a weapon, and I can't go get one. So I just kept a real close eye on him, right? After that. And Chris and Brad went about 20 feet away from the cleanup and kind of beckoned me over there, like, "Hey, we got something to share." And they're gold thieves, those guys, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, straight up,
they even
bad
straight
people
up showed
gold.
Brad stealing gold right out of the pan from his own son.
Yeah.
While the son's diving, he was sucking it out of the sluice box.
Bullshit.
God.
Yeah. Thanks, Dad.
Right? If you
Yeah.
got a family like that, who needs an enemy?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's fun. Oh, okay. So, okay. I don't. I never liked panning in the beginning. Yeah, I wasn't very good at it, and so the cleanups to me were kind of a negative thing because I wasn't good. I wasn't good enough to really hardly help, and I didn't get good, but I did redeem myself. But my last season, I really enjoy it now because I follow these guys, and then I got okay at it. Zeke actually said my stuff was better than his, but I took twice as long. So, but I can do it. I can get the gold really clean, and but in the beginning, the first couple of seasons, many seasons, I didn't like it, and so I I don't know. I wouldn't even go to cleanups. I'd trust Zeke. My big cleanup, the one time I found a big patch that Sean forgot. There was just gold everywhere. It was my first real dive, and I think I got like 3 ounces just in that moment. And
Wow.
Zeke did the cleanup by himself and handed me cash. He did the
Wow.
cleanup entirely by himself. Or yeah, it was weird, but yeah, you know, I had no experience, and I'm down there, and you could see it was this triangle patch about maybe 30 feet on a side, and had been entirely missed, and it had a layer of gold on it, and I was a little surprised, and I worked for a while, and then I thought I might share, and so I went up and asked Zeke, you know, should I take all this gold? Do you want some? And he was so surprised. He just was shocked. So I went back down. It was weird because it was, you know, it's the only time I've ever been in good gold, really. I mean, the other stuff is meager compared to that. That was 3 ounces in like 45 minutes. It's
Holy
incredible.
cow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was just a layer of friggin' gold
God.
right on it, you know? Yeah, it was, yeah, I know. It's stuff you dream about. In fact, you know what it was, guys? That was there in the 80s. That's what they were doing in the 80s. They'd go down daily and see that. And they kept a lid on it for years until
Wow.
Bob got real drunk and started spreading it around. Then everyone learned how to dredge. But no, for a long time, those guys kept a real lid on it. There were like 4 or 5 miners. Brian, have you ever heard of
Wow.
those stories? Yeah, the original guys that figured out, okay, we'll get a little engine and a little boat and a dry suit. Those guys that figured that out, that's the way to get at that gold, because no one had been able to get at it efficiently.
Huh.
So that was efficient, super efficient, you know, way to get
Yeah.
gold.
Looks like the man, the myth, and the legend himself is trying to get on stage. We'll see if he makes it.
Yeah, he was there for a moment.
Travis, he's trying to make his way up.
Oh.
I called him the myth and the legend because the legend is he was coming, but the myth is he might not make it.
Oh, can you do that simultaneously?
Only on days that end in Y.
Brian's answer: no, I never heard how the dredging started there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's the first time I'd ever heard that myself.
Yeah,
too.
well, that's the story. I could reveal the name of the guy. I think I did, his first name, but you guys have seen him on TV, and he's the one of the original guys that was hammering it. I lived with some of these guys that retired on that stuff and never worked again. In the Tyvek Hotel. Yeah. At any rate, yeah. He spilled the beans, got a little drunk, spilled the beans. That was the beginning of the end. Because
Well, the
now
only
it's
people I could think of old enough to have been there in the 80s to do that would have been Senior Pomeranke and
right, not him.
That's his dad.
Yeah.
McCullough.
I think
That
McCullough
guy's
got he might have been in on it. Yeah, I'm not sure that. Yeah, I know
I'm just
him.
thinking of the people that were older on the show.
Right.
That might have
Yeah, on
been,
the show.
Yeah.
Probably just a blurb or two. He never made much of a character.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, either way, that's cool to know.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's pretty fascinating how these guys found all this stuff.
Well, I think it was brilliant. You know, they tried drag lines, and they were just super inefficient. They tried like ice operations, and it never worked out. You know, waiting to the ice and bringing a machine out, and
Yeah.
I don't know what else they tried, but they, you know, and then these guys put it all together. They started out with just boats, tiny boats you could push out, you know, real small, and then they
Yeah.
worked their way up to little motors and.
Oh man, dude, intense, man. These old timers and these.
No,
people are
yeah.
hardcore.
Well, when there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, yeah,
Just the fact that they thought about going out to like an offshore river that might be there. Would never have thought of looking underground for gold or under the water for gold.
Oh, well, it was known it was there, but it was like it's there, but You know, getting at it efficiently. That how do you do that? And they you know, they tried, as I said, they tried drag lining and all some other stuff, and they never. It wasn't efficient. They
Yeah,
never
they
made
did
it.
drag line dredging up here doing plaster, and it wasn't even efficient enough to get to
Yeah.
bedrock. So I can only imagine it wasn't any better in the ocean.
Yeah, too random.
Yeah, way too random.
Got to
Even
keep
the
your eyes on the
excavator
gold.
dredges. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
those
I
are
know.
efficient, but you
Yeah.
can't see it, so you don't really know.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too, thinking in that 3-dimensional, you know, to efficiently get stuff off the bottom and then up, you know, in,
Yeah.
you know, in out of the water, you know, it's a complete different. A bunch of people can, you know, look at it and put their 2 cents in, but then, you know, you're just throwing a bucket out that way, and you know,
Yeah.
you're just guessing.
Well,
Yeah,
that's,
Too
I
a
know.
hard to get.
that's the good thing about human ingenuity. You throw a problem at us, and we find a way to solve it.
Right.
Yep.
And now they make those underwater rovers, you know, those gold rovers. What are they called? The
Remotes.
ROVs.
ROVs. Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, those things look like they're the ticket. You should get into that. And then you don't have to dive. You just play a video game.
The most successful one that I'm aware of, it's got LiDAR. It's got 6 LiDARs, and it's got 7 color cameras, and it's a 17-inch. It's a 17-inch nozzle, and it classifies on the bottom the big rock, and it sends anything less than like 5 inches up to the boat. It's an old landing craft that they widened and lengthened, and it's got the video on it. And those guys are hammering it for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
Yeah,
17
right
inch
down
nozzle,
there,
that's
you know.
17 inch. Yeah,
Dang. I always
only
wondered why somebody didn't have something that had like 3 or 4 nozzles on the front, just mowing whole wide paths, you know.
yeah. They offered him TV, but he wanted too much money. So
Well, I would too, to be able to show off how much gold I'm finding if I was doing that kind of operation.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
really.
yeah, he said no. And there's a couple other boats out there that are trying the remote thing. But what I'd like to see is there's a boulder field at 60 feet, and it's hard to get into. The rovers won't get into it. And what I like to see is it's an existing technology that's used. You get a big pipe. It's 70 feet long, and you fill it full of air, and you push it right down into the boulders, and then you let go of the valve at the bottom, and it just sucks everything up.
Huh.
And then once it's sucked up in, then you get it into your boat, and then you recharge it with air, and you put it down there like a mosquito, and you do it again. That's what I like to try. That sounds fairly cheap. You know, it's not a lot of equipment, right? Just a good barge and some pumps.
Right.
Things you'd have to have an arm of sorts, you know, but that's just you'd modify an excavator be your arm, and
Yeah, no, that makes total sense.
yeah, that you know, but you know, if you give me just $4 million, friends,
Yeah.
I will let you film me for 4.
Oh, if I had that kind of money to throw away, I'd just go try to get the gold myself.
Well, I know, but I wouldn't have any fun if you did that. So
Well, I'd bring you along. That's fine.
okay,
can
I'd
all
go
have
along.
fun.
No, feed me and put me up and give me a wheeler. I'd go. That's my 3 things: feed me, house me. Well, you know, the Patriot. Do you guys get any feeds, or do you know about the Patriot? He made 10 seconds of TV. Henry.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, he's very obscure. He's got a boat. It's got to be 35 by maybe 45, a catamaran. He's got a 400 horsepower motor and this huge pump that'll pump. It'll pump gravel. It's that kind of pump. Is there a name for that? Yeah,
It's like a trash pump.
it's trash. Yeah, like a trash pump. It's 5 feet in diameter, and he's got it connected to an 8-inch hose that goes out. Let's see. I gotta think about what it does. But anyway, it's designed to suck like a mosquito. Again, like a mosquito, but there are no cameras yet. And and he's a 1-horse operation. I helped him. When I was helping Emily last summer for a couple of weeks, I was up there helping, and I helped him a lot too because he's fun to be around, and I was bored.
Brian was saying that guy had bad luck a few weeks ago and ran his dredge aground and messed it up real bad.
Oh
no.
And some
Henry.
And
Yeah, I didn't like the way. I didn't like it was his skiff or his boat.
And sunk his skiff. No, he ran his boat aground and sunk his skiff.
Ooh.
I didn't like the way that thing was powered. It had outboards in it. I don't like outboards.
Ooh,
Really?
Man. That would just be a bummer, dude, because the work you guys have to put into those dredges up there, that's just got to be,
And then just getting parts too.
Oh, yeah. Well, the
Really?
supply chain sucks horribly. And the weather, like you can't really get anything done when it's raining sideways. So that happens like in a week. That might happen 2 or 3 times. So that blows 20% of your week. There you go. You're running on 80%, and you're at the far, far away from the end of the supply chain. And gas is $7. Whatever.
Ooh. That's stupid. That's expensive. It's getting cold in here.
Well, I think that they've got a video for us to play quick of some upcoming guests, and while that plays, we're all going to get a minute to take a quick break. So,
All right. Yeah.
stretch,
Awesome.
hit the bathroom.
Yep.
Beer, whatever you're going to do. So as soon as I think Reg just found it. So as soon as he gets
Oh, Red Dirt Nation, rise and stand from the treasures deep in the soil's hand. A family of brothers, hand in hand. This is our home. This is our land. The river sang as we toiled away. Their whispers kept the fears at bay. Fields of gold from the seeds we sowed, a testament to the lives we owe.
All right.
and just like that, we're back.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Well, again, thanks for coming, everybody. Steve will be back in just a moment. We took a quick break. We think we all thought that video was going to be a tad longer.
Oops, sorry, guys.
No BS on my page says that music was made by AI and Chat GPT. And yes, you are correct. Lord Shadow put that together for us beginning of the summer and the end of the summer. And that worked out really well. So there we are.
Yeah, I even have a couple more he sent.
Yeah.
The cottonwood. Well, yeah, so let's open it up to chat for a minute. Do any of you guys in chat have some questions for Steve before we continue with our portion of the Q&A? I know Carl said he had some stuff he thought of.
We went through most of mine.
Oh no.
Well, yeah,
I don't know.
we done the Oshkosh Emily updates.
Emily updates.
Right away, we talked about your housing project on your property, and you said,
Yeah.
and then you offered up that you haven't done any mining or anything this summer. Oh, I got one. Are there any new shows or solo Steve projects on the horizon?
Right. Well, I look forward to them when Emily gets kind of lit on motherhood a little bit. You know, when the kids are, you know, I don't know how old, 6 and 8 maybe, when they a little more independent and don't need to have mom clean, you know, all the time. Once
Right.
she gets a little freedom, I think we're going to crank out some stuff. I still want to go. I still want to go to explore with the airplane. There might be some stuff for me if I can get Zeke's dad into going with me. You know, he's a pilot, and I've known him since I was a kid. We met in high school, and he's a pilot, and he has airplanes. And when he gets, if we could put something together, we're going to go out prospecting in
There you
cool
go.
places. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that, I look forward to that, and it might be a while. You know, with AI help, I don't know. I might just dabble into it, but you know, just working alone, that's no fun. You know.
Yeah.
Making videos. I mean, it was so much fun with Emily making those videos that I look forward to doing it again.
You know, it is fun doing stuff with family. I enjoy making videos with my kids whenever they come along.
Yeah.
They always lead to genuine material, you know, because they're
Oh
so
yeah.
awestruck about
Yeah.
everything.
My
Yeah.
grandson's always asking me, Grandpa, can we make a video? And it's like, yeah, we'll go. I need somewhere closer to home to take him to the creek because, you know, it's a 2.5 hour ride to the good place that it's just too far for him.
Yeah, my oldest just asked me if we could go rock hunting again this weekend, and it's snowing. So I told him,
Yeah.
We've had an extraordinarily warm fall. The Japanese current, you know, sometimes will dominate our weather. It'll come up and be forced up, and it'll bring a lot of warm and well, we had a typhoon. Have you guys the whole west coast of Alaska? Not the whole west coast, but a quarter of it. There are houses floating away. It really. I mean, many.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've seen a few videos of that on Facebook.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Yeah, we're getting that weather here. It's super warm and windy, and it's the fall though. The whole fall has been having that tendency. The storm is, you know, what raised yesterday. I think we topped yesterday. But yeah, that's huge for some of the coast there. And
Oh, yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. It's that warm up there already. I mean, it's like in the 30s here in Montana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We still got leaves on the tree, and now we got snow today. That was
okay. All
I
right.
sent this picture to my son this morning because I know you guys had an inch of snow. And I had blue skies and 70 degrees most of the day. I think it was 56 when I went outside at 7 o'clock this morning. So, yeah. But we've had miserable summer. So this is great.
Oh, okay.
I waited all summer
Well,
for this. Well, you were here, Steve, when it was super hot. It was either like you saw the 9,000 degrees and 200% humidity, or it was raining and cold. We didn't have any in between.
Yeah. I had 7 days of doable weather. It got hot like one day, and the rain. We got a 3/4 of an inch in 20 minutes. That's it. That's a whole week. But that kicked some people's butt. The tenters, you know, were leaving their doors open and everything, and they got soaked. I was awoken from my nap by a raindrop, right? I had like 30 seconds to button my tent up before it was just.
Oh geez.
Man,
good grief.
I lucked out. I really did. That tenting and everything, I got a really good space in tenting. I was right next to the showers and everything. So
Oh, lucky.
it's awesome. Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So when you're, are you ever going to go back to doing any of that kind of stuff? Do you think again? Is it ever tease you, make you want to go back?
Oh, well, it wasn't. I only got to mine really a very short amount of time in reality, and then I had to mine on TV, and that was a big difference in my learning curve. I feel like I'm still kind of a beginner because they didn't want me to dive much anyway because the action was happening on the boat,
Right.
So I didn't dive as they always wanted somebody else to dive. And but I'd love to get back into it, preferably like with maybe a remote. Johnny Wills, do you know that guy? He has a remote. He's been working on for 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a little, $1,000 bill at a time,
Jeez.
Stuff's not cheap.
No. And when I was working up there last year, I lent him a huge tarp I have, and that guy was slugging it out in the worst weather we were having. It would rain for like 3 days sideways. Just
Oh God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was just miserable.
Oh man.
So yeah, and so anyway, so I mixed it up with him a little bit. He's a pretty cool guy. So one of these, he's got a pretty good cash flow from his business, and he comes up in mines. So. Texas.
Oh, yeah, Texas.
Yeah, so he's one of those guys. He just slugs it out. And, and I don't know. He's kind of an unsung hero. Those guys, I think they're really cool. They've got pretty good thing going, and then they come up and they just throw themselves at Mother Nature. And I think TV's sort of a little missed out on that. They didn't really celebrate that. It's they I don't know. This it kind of gives you a little bit of steel in your life. Makes you a little bit better, harder. The experience.
Degrees. Oh man. Yeah, it would be nice to be able to just work in 85 degrees right now.
Oh yeah. No kidding.
Yeah.
I'm cutting tile, so that's
Oh. Well, maybe not cutting tile.
Yeah.
Well, I'd rather do it in the warmth.
Yeah.
Spending all day running a cold wet saw is no fun.
No, it's not. But worse could be worse, right? I could be digging in a hole, dredging with no heat in my suit.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Your suit.
Yeah.
Your suit.
You could always join me in sitting in my front yard running a crystal shop.
That's not such a bad thing. But
standing outside in the snow fixing machines.
Hey, I did a whole brake job. I did a whole brake job 2 winters ago on my car in the snow. Took me 4 days, but I still did it. Come on.
But you did it.
There's no bad weather, just bad equipment.
Yeah.
So do you travel much around the 48, the lower 48s or anything like that in your time?
I try to.
You try to?
Well, I didn't get out this year, but I had a season's pass at Alyeska. They're only $200. It was incredible. So I stayed here and skied. But 2 winters ago, I went to the Dominican Republic for a couple weeks at Kite Beach. It was a lot of fun, but I loved, and then I went to Cancun before that.
Fun. So you do a fair amount of traveling, mostly in the winter. It sounds like, to stay warm.
Well, yeah. Well, Alaska's a lot of fun in the summer. There's a lot to do.
Oh yeah, especially with the extra sunlight and everything else.
Yeah. Well, and there's the fish are running and the birds and everyone's, they got 20 hours of daylight, and you want to either work or play forever. And there's it's beautiful, and the weather's generally pretty good in the summer here, and
So
yeah.
it doesn't get too hot, but it stays at.
No, no, no. I even in the interior, if they're having a good summer, 100 is unusual. 90 is unusual, but
There you
80,
go.
yeah, that's
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So Travis had a question for you down in chat. He looks like he couldn't make it upstage, but he was wondering, do you get recognized on the streets from being on the show?
Let's see. Once a month is what happens, or once a month, someone will recognize me and say something. Some people over the time, you see them and they'll see you across the room and they'll look at you, and then they'll look back at their friend and they'll look again,
Yeah.
and then they won't say anything. They won't come up to you, but that's it goes all over the rainbow. People are all different, and their responses. And sometimes,
Right.
get a selfie time. Let's
You're right.
Yeah.
Are you generally pretty cool with people if they
Oh, yeah.
interact with you out in the wild? I guess you could say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because it's never been a bother. It never got to be like Emily. Like with Emily, it got over the top. Not ugly very often, but it never got physical ever, thankfully.
But people can be stupid people.
Well, yeah, people being stupid people. It's come on, don't quit talking, back away, don't be so close, that kind of thing. It never got that way with me because I'm a dude,
Right. I'm a dude.
And she's a woman in a field dominated by men, with men predominantly watching the show. So yeah, you can only imagine there's a bunch of really disgusting dudes who probably approached her.
So
that's that's I mean, I guess that comes with being in the limelight, but at the same time you would hope people would have a little bit more respect in life.
I see the same type of behavior at Comic-Cons.
Yeah. Right.
Comic-Con's insane.
Put a lid on it.
Yes, put a lid on it. Yeah,
it's okay.
Time and place.
It's okay. Yeah, time and place.
Good grief.
Yeah.
So, but it's still fun when I and it always surprises me now. Still surprises me, like, oh yeah, right.
Did you ever try to play it off? No, that was my brother.
Yeah, no. The world is confused enough. The weird in the first year after the show came out, the first show, was Meisterheim and me and that relationship. And a couple times dudes would come up to me and they would want to play Meisterheim. And it's like you're playing a TV character, against a TV character, because that was not me. That was a TV character. I didn't play I played myself, but I also played a TV character. There was a certain amount of acting, and really when it goes, I mean, there's a couple times in TV that happened, the first couple seasons, that had it been reality, I had to divorce myself from the whole thing, But instead, there was a camera there, and it was like, let's have some fun, let's make this, let's make this happen, and
let's make it entertaining.
Let's entertain, let's make it entertaining, and but wasn't real. It was because there was TV, and let's have some fun. It was like, okay, but it's not real, guys, and really, it never was.
No,
nothing wrong with a little theatrics.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure some of the stuff, the gold you find and things like that, sure, some of it's real, but all the behavior, I'm sure all the people up there were putting on a show for the cameras, because it's all about ratings,
ratings and views and all that.
And like I mentioned before, a little bit of the reality, it gets lost. The stuff that you really could have picked up had you had more patience as a filmographer or a producer. If you had a little more patience, a little more future look, you could have made better TV, because I think the more real you are, and this is what I learned in the first year. This was the producers, what they said. He says, the more real you are, the more people will enjoy you. And if you start getting fake, they will see through it. They'll see right through it, and that they won't like you anymore. And so I tried to keep it as real as possible, that way.
Yep.
You know?
I think that's why you always seem to stick out amongst everybody, because you could tell that wasn't just some BS. You weren't some wild child they were throwing out there,
Yeah.
I mean, that always seemed a bit ridiculous too. Like we've talked before, like Vernon and stuff, just the way they seem to just like force that issue, force Vern to hate on you for no reason and stuff like that. It seemed like they were pushing a lot of narratives, and it was pretty easy to tell when things weren't real.
Yeah, and the thing is, and they didn't have to promote that with Vern, and they didn't have to promote that with me, but because Vern and I, we had our difficulty, and I was by then, I mean, by the second, by the 2019-20 season, I wasn't ready to put up with Vern's bullshit at all, and it was fun for me because I knew I could go toe to toe with him, and Discovery wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me cut loose on him because I could have had the guy on his friggin' knees, huffing and puffing. I could have had him come after me, and I wouldn't have minded it at all, because he's a bullshit. He's an asshole. He's an asshole. Ask Brian. Brian puts up with him friggin' this much. Not me. Not me. Not anymore, anyway.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh.
So are there any shows that you do watch or follow, or YouTube channels that you watch and follow? Discovery shows or any of those?
No, I'm well, I watch videos on hempcrete, as an installation. And I watch videos on
Miracle.
Yeah, it's good. It's
funny.
Good stuff. I'm
I
really
have a
looking.
sample bag of it here in my garage, actually.
Yeah.
You say that.
Yeah, I'm looking at metal buildings. I watch metal building videos.
Yeah.
I do things like that.
So it's safe to say gold mining isn't your passion. It's more of a hobby.
Oh no, I'd never been in a wetsuit and only one time I touched a gold pan in my entire life. That's the start of that. Oh yeah, I was never. Well, before, I mean, I was a TV gold miner most of my career. 2 weeks of a real miner. 2 weeks, and then TV came along, and then we became TV miners.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I do love it. I do have a passion for it, but, and if this building project was finished, I'd be out there. I'd be out there mining.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I would, but this, I even find like owning an airplane and how much devotion you have to have as a lifestyle to own an airplane safely and successfully, both financially.
Right.
Yeah. Best you
can.
You got to manage the thing financially. You have to manage your pilot skills. And when I find that this, like, I can't, it's a conflict with my building project, because when I'm up in Anchorage, I'm away from the airplane. I can't fly it routinely. So there's that little, and to add gold mining to it, to add any adventure like that, it would frat me out. So
take away from the 6 Ps.
Yeah, just give me a few years. Give me 1 or 2 years. I'll be back up there. So,
Awesome.
It's too fun.
You know what the
Are you
6
kidding?
Ps are, right? Proper planning prevents piss poor production.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, I still have $1,000 of high density polyethylene plastic I have to recover from Nome. I on my skis that were stolen from me by Discovery, by Original Productions. Yeah, I'm gonna go get them for sure. They were great skis, but they stole them and took them. It's another story that just is like weirder than hell. It's just, well, yeah, I made these skis, in my second year there up in the yurt on Steve's World. They were 14 feet long and they were 16 by 16. So they could sit above the berms. That's the problem we had is the skis were too low and we were hitting, snow drifts. And so I built these skis and I put this high density polyethylene on them. Emily used them for one season. And then the winter after that, the guy from Original Production stole them, gave them to his girlfriend to put a shed on. So they're up there in Nome under a shed. My $2,000, $3,000 skis took me a month to build them. They're held for stout too. They would take anything you put on. They'd take 4,000 pounds. I built them really well, thinking that I'd continue my career with the wintertime thing, and I was like fired the next year.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I know, dang. But Emily got to use them.
That's good. At least they went to family for a year.
Brian says that Vern needs ice divers this winter. He'll tell him that you want a job.
Yeah. Hook me up. Vern. Ice diving would be a hoot. I go up there and ice dive. I loved ice diving.
If I was a diver, I'd say yeah. I'm not a diver.
I'd still do it.
I'd try it, but I don't know. I don't like being cold.
Oh, you're not cold. You're not ever cold unless you screw up your hot water. I was never ever cold, except for there was a screw up. I put the hose in on this side, and then whenever I would bend one way, it would pinch.
No.
And then I'd tell everyone up there, "Hey, turn it up," and then I would shift position. And it would unpinch and it would be too hot. And I'd say, turn it down. And this went on for a while and they were irritated. I could still hear Emily's voice. It's like, what the heck? And then, you're being really picayunish down there about the heat, and it was the pinch, But other than that, when you're down there, and you got a good system going with your wetsuit and a good hot water, everything's working. That's golden. You are golden. And
it's like sitting in a bathtub.
Yeah, you're in a bathtub, and there might be just little slivers of cold, but it's no big deal. Just to remind you how awesome it is. You're down there. It's you and the gold, and quiet. I mean, there's nobody in your shit.
Yeah,
unless you're on Vern's crew, and then you got someone in your.
And then they're on the yak box on you.
Yeah, but if I'm up there, top guy, I'm just letting you have peace. I'm not gonna where's the gold?
Well, yeah. Oh yeah.
That's your
when
job.
You're on the yak box, all you hear is them breathe. The diver breathing.
Yeah, that's all I want to hear. As long as you're breathing, I'm fine. I won't pull on the rope. I won't pull on the umbilical. Stop breathing. I'll pull.
Yeah.
Play some cadence or something.
Keep working, dang it. Because that's the best moment of diving, or the best moment of gold mining in the whole thing up there is when you're down there and there's no one in your stuff and you're kind of on the gold or near it and you're just working and it's peace and you're working, you're making. And after everything that happened, all the parts problems, expensive fuel, broken down vehicles, bullshit everywhere, you're there. You're doing one thing, and that's it. It's golden. Brian knows that shit. Isn't that true, Brian? Come on, back me up. It's where you want to be.
Well, my degree is actually in commercial diving, so.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know the story.
Oh yeah, once you get the bubble going and you get that zen and you just you're down doing maybe crappy work or whatever, but you just get in the rhythm, and you're next thing you know, it's like, hey, you've been down there. Oh, what? Oh,
yeah.
You just kind of zone out and just become your own little world.
That's it. And if you're lucky, you're getting an ounce an hour. Come on.
Oh yeah, well.
Or in Brian's case, 3 ounces an hour.
So Travis was wondering what your close call on Bering Sea Gold was. Your closest call.
Oh, okay. Zeke went down, and it was essentially the test. And he had a good dive, and the lines were freezing up, and I went down. I was second diver. This is the first season under the ice out there. About I think we're in Tomcott, and I had a sudden freeze up. Just
No.
suddenly, I didn't have it wasn't a respirator freeze up, because the respirator freeze up will give you some warning. It'll be a little harder
A
to
little
breathe.
chatter and a little warning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but where we had connections with metal, what we needed to do was put a pinhole in the hose and wrap the connection in diver suit and neoprene, sorry, and give it some heat. And that's what we learned over time. And then we also learned how to do the neoprene on the respirator so it wouldn't freeze up. But before all that happened, I was at the end of 80 feet of hose, and it just stopped. And so, everything was in good order. My umbilical wasn't
You weren't hung.
I wasn't hung up, because you learned right away that every time you move one side or the other, every 2 minutes you look back, make sure it's not there, especially under the ice, because there's no other exit, right? So yeah, so I did like the little squirrel thing on the hose. I just squirted up there like that, and then I thought, this is no kidding. I thought, what would be a dramatic entrance? Because I know there's cameras up there. That's what I was thinking. Because really what is you've got 4 minutes of air in your head, in your body to use. 4 friggin' minutes. And even though I was at the bottom of my breath at the time and didn't have a breath when it stopped, I knew I had 4 minutes before I'd pass out. And it only took me 20 seconds to back, but it was fast. It was like, because I was like, and then, I got up near the hole and I thought, well, this is TV, so we'll try and do something dramatic. I think I asked Emily to take my mask off for me, so get it off faster or something. I don't know. And then that was but I had 2 near misses on that. I on that air shut off twice. It was not good. It was kind of harrowing, actually. I mean, it did affect my psyche a little bit.
I see you guys, the guys down there, and they're, like when I was a commercial diver, we always had a bailout bottle.
Mm-hmm. That was pre-bailout bottle.
And I know you guys are, what, 30 foot, 35 foot of water?
Well, 20 to 27 to 30.
Okay. So you're staying in the first, okay. Yeah. So you got whatever, unlimited bottom time.
Yeah.
It just all depends on how long the diver wants to. So yeah, you can, if you got clear water above you, no ice, all you do is one good hard, drop your weight belt, one good hard push, and 10 seconds later or less, your head's above water,
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, my season, the first season, I had the ice boat to myself, and I had Grant and Brad, his crew member. I asked everyone to go to the bottom of the ladder and take off their mask, and then stabilize themselves. I said, don't hook up to the air bottle, the bailout bottle, right away. You've got to wait 20 seconds, because that would like imitate like any problems you might have on the way getting your mask off and getting to the bottle. So I want you to practice having that 20 seconds of clarity. And so everyone did it. I did it. And when I took my mask off, my hood came with it. And oh
No.
boy.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
boy. Oh boy. And that it made it that much more interesting. But then, I did my weight thing and then plugged into the bottle. And then I said, after that, you have to wait a minute to breathe, because you still might have problems. There might be, you might can't find the hole, or you drop your flashlight or whatever. And everyone did that. Discovery wasn't about safety though. They just they didn't like safety.
We have another question in chat from Dorothy Richardson. She asks, after diving and seeing and retrieving all that gold, would Steve ever go prospecting like the average prospector in a river or a creek with a normal dredge or a creek sluice or pan?
Well, my dream is to go about 100 miles east of Nome. There's an old airstrip, and I want to take a backpack dredge and a bear fence, electric bear fence. You guys
Right.
know that technology? Yeah, it's cheap and it's very effective. And go prospecting with the mini dredge. Yes, that's my dream. I'm going to do that as soon as I'm free of this project up in Anchorage. Oh yeah,
Cool.
Oh yeah.
She also asked, so you would be okay with the lesser amount of gold or whatever versus the amount of work it takes?
Oh,
Seems like dredging is more.
well, at the prospecting level, you really, you don't have generally, unless you totally luck out, you don't have the horsepower to get lots of gold. So I would be more into the fun and hoping to just pay for the cost of the fuel or something.
Yeah.
That's what you'd hope for. Yeah, I'd love to work for Sean running his operation and getting tons of gold myself, but that's not going to happen. I'm at the adventure level for gold now.
Oh yeah.
Really.
All right.
Travis.
Well, I got one. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go gold mining at? Besides Alaska?
Well, my friend with the Patriot, he was mining, I think, in like Venezuela or something, in the outback there. Really, really warm. And if I could hook up with someone that I knew had a operation, I think that'd be a hoot. To work someplace that's 90 degrees all the time and find gold too. And
Okay.
Yeah.
anytime you put yourself, though, as far as like me just jumping in an airplane and going somewhere and trying to find gold, that's very, very expensive. You got to have someone that's already done the groundwork.
Well, no, I just mean bucket list.
Oh,
Like mine would be like going to Australia.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I heard tell that you could possibly mine for gold offshore Australia in the same fashion we do in Nome. Have you ever heard anything like that?
I haven't.
That's what people were talking about.
Me considering everything
Yeah.
out of the gold mining.
Yeah,
in New
how much
Zealand
gold's
is right
in
off the
Australia?
coast.
Yeah, right. It's going to the ocean.
Yep.
Been doing that for millions of years, so
Yeah,
might get
heck,
some.
you can find gold in the creek right here out in our city, and we're not even near any of the known gold locations. So
Oh, right. Yeah.
it's
Well, yeah,
pretty
that's
sweet.
because this was a big old stinking lake like 3 times and drained in 24 hours. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's
It's just
amazing.
a big glacial lake right here in the valley we live in.
We had there was more water in where we're at here than there is in Lake Michigan and Lake Superior. And it flushed out of here like 2 or 3 times. So
okay.
guess where all our gold went?
Yeah,
To
downstream.
Washington.
Yeah.
Idaho and Washington. Yeah,
Uh-huh. Wow.
pretty sweet. You can actually follow the runoffs all the way like see all the massive 100-foot ripples all the way to Oregon. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think there's a fellow that specializes in that he has a bunch of videos about those
I-
extreme
How about
events.
Nick Zettner?
Bearded guy, hair,
Oh.
gray hair, that guy.
Different guy then. Yeah.
No, okay, yeah,
But
there's
still, same thing, I'm sure.
yeah. Well, it's there is no percentage in being an arrogant scientist. Absolutely none, none at all. That,
Have you ever done any hard rock mining?
no,
No.
And probably has no want to either.
Well, okay, so there's an old timey doctor that lives here, Raymond. No, it's not Raymond. Dang, I'm horrible with names. He's been a miner in Ruby for 35 years, and he decides to go to Nome, and so he gets the ancient beach that's right above Dredge 5. You know where Dredge 5 beach is? The Pomerankies did Dredge 5 beach about
Okay.
4 miles north, or no less than that, maybe a mile north of where Dredge 5 is, on the same ancient beach. That's where the Pomerankies, Steve, did his inland mining, right? Okay.
Uh-huh.
If you go, the next beach up, ancient beach up, this doctor has a big cat and 2 excavators and some domes and some kitchens, and if he's in love with Emily, so I was thinking maybe I could go to work for him. I know how to run a dozer, kind of.
I can
Well,
put some stuff
I
around.
have, and I'm okay with an excavator too. I got 50 hours on excavators, so I work for him. Just slide in there and get a percentage, a small
There you
percentage.
go.
Heck yeah.
Just
I'd
have to
do
pay
that.
the bills and have some extra cash.
Yeah,
That's all I'd want.
yeah.
I mean, what else do you need? Unless you're greedy.
Nah, I'd be a rock truck driver. That's easier.
Uh-huh.
Rock
Well,
chuck.
I would maybe hope that I would get pretty good and he would notice, and then all of a sudden my pay would go consummate to a good excavator and a gold mine, which is what? Either $70 an hour or close. So that's some pay dirt right there. Or I'd go
Yeah,
for
it is.
percentage. Oh,
Yeah,
percentage.
why wouldn't you? I mean, gold in
Yeah.
hand is just as good as cash in hand, if not better
Oh,
these
yeah.
days.
Right.
I know my gold, whatever gold you got in your hand is going to be worth a lot more than money.
Yeah. Well,
Especially
it's
at
really
$4,000 an ounce.
uh-huh.
So with the gold rush, where do they got like gold brokers up there that buy that much gold, or do they? I'm sure they're not going to some pawn shop. You know what I mean?
No, you can go 2 different ways. You can sell locally. If you got less than 10 ounces, that's the easy route. Usually the big guys won't process less than 10. So if you're a small timer or you're lazy like the Kellys, then you're going to have to deal locally. But you can get somebody at a better price too, a better percentage, sending it out.
Oh, okay.
The Kellys.
Well, I hope Chris learns that. I'll rib Chris anytime I can.
I don't mind Chris so much. He tries.
Yeah.
It seems like he tries. I feel sad that it seems like his family doesn't care as much as he does.
Yeah. Well, he's as evil as his father. He just hides it well.
Oh, not surprising, but he did raise
Yeah.
it. But
But he
still,
does.
I mean,
He's charming.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
most
He's fun to watch.
he's charming.
No, he is. And he's fun to watch. He's funny and,
Yeah, like you said, I mean, on TV, his persona, he definitely doesn't give off the same vibe as his dad, but
No. Yeah.
He is
And
an apple from a tree.
like you said earlier, you're playing a character.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So you got to wonder just how. Well, I mean, I see it as being reality, but his dad, is he really just as shitty as you think he is?
Yeah. Well, it's
You know?
oh no, it's deeper than that. Deeper than
It's
you
deeper
can
than
see.
that.
They gotta tell him to, be nicer.
Yeah.
We're gonna need
They
you to tone
do.
it down a little.
No.
Yeah.
Hey,
Be nicer.
that's a true story. No,
Oh.
you just no. Yeah. You want another backstory? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. The third season for Brad, he was now, central character with his sons. He bought a claim and he was going to run a Ponzi scheme on the claim. No kidding. He's going to sell 1,000% of the claim. And he offered this to Discovery Original Productions as a TV thing. And of course they're horrified, because that's against the law.
Yeah.
And he just, oops. I mean, the guy's just that way. He's just like, whatever you need to do to get your way.
Jeez.
And do a Ponzi scheme.
Wow.
Yeah. He's brilliant though. I mean, he has such a memory for detail. He's got an incredible mind, Brad, a good criminal mind. If you can have one, a good criminal.
Somebody to have on your side, not on the other side.
Yeah. You'd rather have him on your side.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Well, you told us the story last time about what happened between him and his wife that one time when he got stabbed, and it just it wasn't surprising for some reason.
Wow. No. Oh no. That's. I think
that was actually the last story you told us before we ended up ending the interview last week.
Yeah. There's a lot more to it. It's like some of the girls, I hang out with some of the girls up there and they know his wife and they know his ex-wife, or I don't even, but they know the girls he hangs out with. And they all say, my God, those are the most batshit crazy girls in Nome. He chose.
So he's got a type.
Yeah. He's got a type. Brad, you don't do that. Stop doing that, Brad. Don't wake up being stabbed. That's just not the kind of girl you want to hang out with.
Or hope you woke up stabbed.
Yeah, I hope you woke up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That girl, well, okay, did she stab him where she did because she didn't know physiology? Or did she stab him where she did because she just knew physiology, but she didn't want to hurt him that badly? So she stabbed him in. You don't know which, though. That's the thing. If maybe now she knows how delicate the neck is.
Yeah.
No, don't go to bed, Brad.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that guy.
Full combat sleeping, huh?
Yeah, combat sleeping.
Oh my God.
I know.
I'm glad my wife is sane.
Oh, well. Oh.
Wait, all right, I digress.
Yes,
see, now you know why I'm the short bus rider.
No, but I do appreciate the short bus mythology.
He likes windows, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Somebody has to.
Best taste in windows.
And if he didn't get us to where we were going, then who would?
Oh, okay. Is that what you drive, a short bus for these guys?
No, we just giving him hell.
No, I'm the writer half the time. When we're in Gold Camp, I guess I'm entertainment.
Most of the time.
Okay. Well, good. It's a good man to have around.
Oh yeah, never a dull time with Stacy in the mix.
Or the stupid guy who dives head first into little tiny holes to see where they go.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah, if you ever want to come adventure a small hole, I've got a great place for you to come visit.
oh, that doesn't sound very like healthy.
It opens up into a bigger cave, but you gotta be willing to shimmy through something small to get to it.
No, I don't do any shimmying in small spaces anymore.
Do spiders bother you?
Oh, no, not particularly,
Okay.
but you
How
know.
about
How about a million of
thousands
them?
of spiders?
Oh, okay. Wow. Wow.
You
I
guys,
got
next time I'll bring
guardians. I got protectors.
Oh, well, is there a goal here to be in this space? Are we just going there
Yeah,
to
so I'm trying to establish. Stacy is helping me out. We're establishing like a underground load claim, and
oh,
to get in,
Underground.
you got to go through a small opening.
Well, it starts out the
filled with
size of a
spiders.
beach ball
uh-huh.
that you got to
Oh,
crawl down, and then you got to crawl through about the size of a basketball right now.
Yeah, I can't even fit through the second hole.
Yeah. Who is the size of a basketball that's been through there?
Stacy.
No.
Okay, I'm 5'6" and
Okay.
130 pounds, and
You are all going to give him
So,
nightmares.
but this is not underwater. This is you got air.
oh
Right.
yeah, this is a hard rock mine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, that would be okay, I guess. But I'm 5'10" but I'm skinny, so I might go through there.
Oh yeah. Well,
That
when in
would
doubt,
be
I'll go first and I'll pull.
Oh, ooh. Okay, and then you go first, and you pull me out, right?
Yeah.
You will pull me
Do
out,
the poo
right?
action.
Yep.
How long is it that small? I mean,
Right. That's a good question.
does it open right up, or
Yeah, but well, it's about 1.5 feet, maybe.
Oh, so it's not like a 12-foot.
Oh.
club.
No.
Oh
they're not
yeah.
big.
Oh
They're
boy.
not big,
No, you
yeah.
couldn't wiggle. You can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first little squeeze, it's what about that one's a little longer. It's about 2 foot, and then you got to dive. Well, my mistake. I went head first
Oh.
and popped through there, and then rolled down a rock pile because actually, when you walk in there, the mine is 5 foot wide, 6 foot tall.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can get around in there pretty easy once you
Oh
get in. It's
yeah.
just-
I could walk with both arms open, and I'm 5'6", and it was above my head. Didn't have to duck anywhere.
How long is the shaft?
About, I would say 60, 70 yards
Oh wow.
through solid rock.
Uh-huh.
And then at the end, it goes down, like they were going to start going down.
Yeah, it drops down about 3 foot, and then there's another shaft. It's about another 10 feet off to the right-hand side, and they started punching another shaft that way, or another drift.
Yeah. Ooh, dinner. I want dinner.
So yeah, and the pyrite crystals, some of them back there, whoa, are quarter inch.
Oh wow. Signs of gold then. Or
Yeah,
not?
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. It's definitely
And-
there's placer gold even up there too. So there's definitely
Yeah,
gold all over.
we found one of their little high grade piles that came out of the mine,
Oh.
and pretty good stuff.
Not bad. Need to do some more crushing, but yeah. So if you ever find yourself in Montana, we'll take you out. We
Oh yeah,
know some really cool places to go.
I'd come back.
Recently
and look for
discovered
that.
where bedrock was on our placer claims that were in our gold club, and
You could do that in the winter.
deep. Oh yeah, you can't get up there in the winter.
Oh, okay.
It's just to get to the bottom of the creek, it's like 5,200 feet in elevation, and then you have to go up another 1,200 feet.
yeah.
Oh.
And there's no established road. It's all hiking, so it's a 1 mile walk.
Oh wow.
from the
Yeah.
Those guys are bad boys then. They're way out in the middle of nowhere.
We were. They were. It's pretty cool. There's an old burnt down cabin up there, stove, and all sorts of stuff up there.
Tons of amethyst and rose quartz and quartz crystals and
Awesome. Charged by a javelina.
A javelina. Was the
javelina,
javelina the mine?
little pig. Well,
Oh.
I don't know if you can see this, Steve, but Brian says he was in a mine with Mike Pung and got charged by a javelina, and he started blasting.
oh my God.
What's a javelina?
It's a
That's like a little pig.
little wild pig.
Oh, right, yeah. Huh.
Could you imagine a 357 going off in a mine? Oh,
Yeah.
No thanks.
wow.
Big
A
noise.
small animal can be quite vicious if it's protecting its young.
Yeah. Oh, could you imagine your ears ringing or bleeding for the next 3 weeks? Oh,
Oh, I can. When I was out hunting once, my friend shot his rifle right next to my head,
oh.
not paying attention to what I was doing.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was deaf for like 4 days. Yeah,
Well, it's not
hell.
like you would expect a pig to be in a mine.
No, what the last place I would
What the
expect
heck?
Well,
those
yeah.
things to be. The rattlesnake that he was talking about, I could see that, but not.
Oh, yeah.
a pig.
Snakes in the mouth of the cave. Yeah.
Up
or
here,
mine.
you'd have to be worried about running into a mountain lion more
Yeah.
than likely in a cave like that.
Right.
That was the only thing that I was thinking about when I went in there. There might have been a bobcat in there.
I
Right.
just saw something coming out and I started blasting. All right, Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito, yeah. Anyway,
That's funny.
How would have that been, Nick, if I kicked out a bobcat and it came barreling out of that hole when you guys were just standing there?
Oh, I'd have shit my pants probably. I'm not even gonna lie. I think my dog would have probably been the only one that wasn't afraid.
my boss in North Dakota backed up underneath the lowboy trailer, and he was running the hydraulic pump to pick the lowboy up. And when he got it picked up, a cat come out from underneath of the trailer that had been hit by a car. It was a little wounded, but it was still. I don't want to mess with a wounded cat either.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
he said he never run so fast back to the truck in his life. And then we had another guy on a crew that had a cat tag, so they called him up and he went and found it and put it out of its misery.
Yeah.
But not something you expect when you pick up a semi trailer to
Yeah.
mountain lion come rolling out from underneath.
A wounded one.
Yeah.
So Steve, how bad is there? Well, I've heard that there's a lot of bear problem up there. Is it
Oh,
just
yeah.
Nome or in your area or?
Well, in Nome, the Grizzlies, when we were there at Steve's World, the closest that we ever saw a grizzly was a few hundred yards, just kind of skirting the area. But they do come down seasonally, just kind of, I guess, looking around. They don't go into town, as far as I know. They've never had trouble with them. But you get in further out, and you're dealing with them all the time. If you get really out on the peninsula there, all those places, yeah, they're all over the place, and you run into them, and sometimes they're hungry. So most of the time they're scared of you, but every once in a while you run into one that's dangerous. So you got to be armed out there.
Are those the only bear you saw out there too? Were grizzly bears? Did you ever see blacks or polars or anything else out there?
Oh,
The Kodiaks.
the Kodiaks stay in the island. That's
Okay.
yeah. They don't have them up there. And the polar bears are super rare.
Oh, really?
And yeah, there and in where we are, they hardly get down to Kotzebue, not very often. Yeah, they stay further up north. The black bears, I've never seen one, and I don't know much about the black bear population there. We have them here all the time. Summer, spring, early spring, they'll come through on the beach, or they'll come up here, sniff around. There's a most dense population of black bear in North America across the bay on the Chugach Peninsula. Yeah, very, very dense population of blackies. And as I say, they do come around here. I've never seen a grizzly here in Homer.
Okay. Yeah, Brian would say they killed a grizz in Nome this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, in town. Yeah. Yeah. I imagine they do. Some stupid young, some teenage bear that just hasn't figured out food yet.
Stay away from the people.
Yeah, and hasn't figured out stay away from the people.
Oh.
Well, gentlemen, I think we're approaching the pointy end of the night here. We're
I
starting to
believe so.
drop off on viewers.
Yep.
Goodbye, everyone.
Want to do another plug for our upcoming guests, so I'm going to play that video one more time before.
Who is it?
The outro.
So I know.
Oh, we got a few people coming up for
Let's
our upcoming interviews.
Let's thank you, Steve, very much, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, it was great, guys.
Yeah, thank you very
thanks for
much,
coming,
man.
Steve.
I'll keep you in mind
wonderful
next.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to have you up again. You know, 3 times in a row.
Absolutely.
If you
Yeah.
want to hang out for a minute after the video, we can talk backstage.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank
Well,
everybody
that's
for
good. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah,
Thanks, Brian.
Red donation.
Yeah,
there.
Brian,
the
if you
gold,
want to
Brian.
jump up
Get the
on
gold.
backstage, we can send somebody send him a link or put
He's
it in
already
chat
got
or
it.
something.
He's not got good internet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
He's not got good internet. He's on text only.
Oh, okay.
All right, here's our upcoming guest video.
Thank you, everybody.
Oh, Red Dirt Nation, rise and stand from the treasures deep in the soil's hand. A family of brothers, hand in hand. This is our home. This is our land. The river sang as we toiled away. Their whispers kept the fears at bay. Fields of gold from the seeds we sowed, a testament to the lives we owe.
All
right.
Oh boy, nap time.
And on that note, we're out, guys.
We're out of
Have
here,
a good
guys.
night, you
Okay,
two.
guys.
Peace out, everybody.
Oh,
Cheers.
Yeah.